Yo, what's going on, guys? I am back with a Beyblade tutorial or mod video, whichever you'd like. Basically, I'm going to be showing you guys how to upgrade your Variant Lucifer. That's right. So before we get to that though, Putty Squad, 3D Squad, where are you at? Make sure you guys represent down below. Hashtag Putty Squad or hashtag 3D Squad, whichever one you'd like to rep. Can we reach 300 likes for this video? I think we can, boys. But anyway, what I have here is of course a stock Variant Lucifer, one of the most popular Beyblades of Beyblade Burst Sparking. It's owned by Lane or Lane Valhalla, whatever his name is, but that's besides the point. This is a really cool Beyblade with a few unique gimmicks that make it stand out from the rest of the crowd. And that being the barrier, of course, which is a rubber-like barrier that extends out and gives a literal barrier. It's all within the chassis. And then the driver, which is Mobius. It's almost like a bearing, but not really. And it's great. So what if I told you we can take this a step further with the technology of 3D printing? So what I have right here is Variant Dash. And this is 3D printed. I printed it myself. And you're probably wondering, where did you get this? Well, I got the file from Crazy Aries, so I'm giving credit where it's due. Big shout out and thank you to Crazy Aries for making this possible. He designed this piece himself, and then he provided the file for everyone to use. So if you want to print this for yourself or send it off to a service like Shapeways or 3D Hubs, there's plenty of ways to do it, but I will link you guys to his original video as well as where to download the file so that you can make one for yourself. But yep, I 3D printed this at home and then I sanded it and painted it myself. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. The purple is a different shade than what I anticipated, but we're gonna make it work, okay? So here it is. This is Variant Dash. And I did want to compare it with the original variant just because, you know, why not? It's gonna make a lot more sense anyway. So let's take it apart. And here we go. On my left is Variant, on my right is Variant Dash, and there's some really visible differences apart from the color, of course, and the material. This is, I'm pretty sure, ABS injected plastic, so that's why Beyblades are super tough. They can take a beating and not really break often. And then what I used is something similar. It's actually PLA Plus. It's a type of filament that's very tough and has properties similar to ABS. And what's cool about this is that you can sand it and make it look really clean. If you look close enough, you might see some of the layer lines when you 3D print something. They're usually really visible, but I was able to sand this well enough so that it doesn't show, which is pretty good because it looks more like an official TT part. But here we go. Material-wise, there are some differences, sure. Color-wise, yeah, but then the shape, if we're comparing the two, Variant Dash is a lot more bulkier and more rugged. Even on the underside, you can see that it's a lot more filled in and solid, whereas Variant isn't. And this is gonna make for more weight and just more defense capabilities. So there's one last thing I wanted to point out, and that is if you haven't seen it yet, there's actually an L and an R engraved on here. So what does that mean? Well, this is a dual spin ring, believe it or not. So Crazy Aries, the genius that he is, he actually made this usable for both types of chips. So for example, I have Lucifer, which is a right spin chip. This is gonna fit, no problem. So, you know, this is gonna work. Now, what if I told you you can use just about any chip? I have my Death diabollo스 here. We're gonna take it apart. So here's the diabollo스 chip. We're gonna change it from right spin to left. And now it's a left spinning chip. We're gonna place it right on the ring. Now we have a left spinning Variant Dash. So I think it's a really cool touch. For one, it's gonna allow for a lot more customization. But for the sake of keeping it consistent, we're gonna stick with just the Lucifer chip. The Lucifer chip's really good on its own. It's probably one of the best chips you can use apart from like Solomon, which is super rare. So yeah, really heavy chip combined with this ring, and we got a solid ring. But the last thing I wanted to do before I forget is just a weight comparison between the two rings. So let's go ahead and get my scale. Let's make sure we tear this just to be sure. All right, we're gonna start off with Variant. Not modified in any way. 5.83 grams, so a little bit on the lighter side, I'd say. And then Variant Dash. 9.6 grams. So it is, I would say, 2 to 3 grams heavier, which is gonna be all the better because we're gonna need a lot of weight if we're gonna make Lucifer the defense type that it really should be. So let's go ahead and put this together now, just as it is, because why not? Keeping the chassis, and we have our combo. Variant Dash, Lucifer, Mobius, 2D. Just an FYI, my 2D is still relatively new, so the guard hasn't worn off, which I think is going to make it interesting. We're going to be able to see how it would perform in a newer condition. Now, the Mobius driver is fairly worn, if you guys can tell. I'm not exactly sure why it wore out so fast. I didn't even use it that much, but it does actually act more as an attack type, interestingly enough. But why don't we do one last comparison, just weighing it against other Beyblades that we have. Okay, here is Mirage Fafnir. $62.69 for its weight. We got Curse Satan. 56.22. Wow, that's actually, try that again. Yeah, it's a little bit on the lighter end. And then Tempest Dragon. 78.14. So yeah, that's definitely on the heavier end. And then of course, Variant Dash Lucifer. 69.72, so not even 70, but it is up there. I would say it's about medium weight compared to the other Sparking Bays, but there you have it. So let's go ahead and get my stadium. We're gonna do some test battles, and we're gonna see if this upgrade actually benefits it or makes it worse. Like it or not, but we're gonna get started. We have, of course, our upgraded Variant Lucifer with Variant Dash, and we're gonna put it against all of my Sparking Beyblades. I think our first matchup's gonna be Mirage Fafnir. All right, first matchup's going pretty well. We get that rubber on rubber contact. Kind of curious to see how this will turn out. Got some bounces from Mirage. I think this Absorb, or actually this Nothing driver is a lot more bouncier than other ones. And it looks like Mirage took that. Whoa! Fafnir got a little bit wild right there. Looks like I have a Nothing break. Those don't happen very often, but I made it happen somehow. Okay. Looks like they are losing stamina quite a bit. Who's gonna take this? And Lucifer took that. Okay. Curse Satan. Let's see how this turns out. No way. It actually beat Curse. All right, finally some good hits. So it's actually really cool how you can see the guard go inside as soon as it loses stamina. Like you can actually see the silhouette. And it looks like Curse got taken down again. Oh. Alright, so we saw a little bit of Mobius kind of picking up some speed. And then Dragon lost. Okay. Alright. Solid hits from Dragon. You can also see it bring its wings out. No way, it beat Lucifer. So I kind of like how Tempest Dragon's kind of unbalanced just because of the driver, the way it works. I kind of wish they would have just stuck with the charge dash. And this looks like Dragon won that again, somehow. There we go. All right. Getting some aggression from King Helios. But it looks like it's not really breaking through the barrier. Oh, check that out. And Lucifer took that. So like I mentioned, my Mobius is awakened as it can get. But now it's going calm again. Looks like it's going to be really close. Lucifer took that though. Okay, back to another right spin. Opponent, here we go. Venom, or not Venom, Death Diabolos. I keep mixing them up. Hard shots. Who's gonna take this? Oh, dang. Okay, Diabolos took that. All right, can Lucifer take this win? Looks like the guard is working. Dang, look at those hits. And Lucifer took that. All right, back to another left spin opponent. Dang, Lucifer's going crazy and somehow it beat Longinus. Wow. Here we go. Looks like it's picking up speed against Longinus. And it's slowed down. Oh my goodness. It defeated Longinus 2-0. Back to another right spinning type. Glide Ragnarok. Check out that aggression. I think it lost all of its juice though. Oh no. It's bad news. Yeah, Ragnarok took it. Here we go. Looks like Ragnarok is picking up speed. I can't believe it. I think it might actually win. It's been winning somehow. And finally we got that win. And Super Hyperion took it down. Check out that buildup. Oh man. Looks like Lucifer just got bodied by Super Hyperion. Dude, that buildup. It's insane. But Super Hyperion just keeps taking it. Dang, I'm gonna count that as a tie. Whoa, crazy counterattack. But I think First Uranus might have this battle in the bag. Yeah. No way. Self-KO'd. Oh. Jeez. All right, we got Brave Valkyrie going in. Being loud as always. Honestly, I feel like Brave's gonna take this. Evolution's gonna work out in its favor. It's gonna give it a lot more stamina than you think. But now it's gonna come down to the last little bit. And no way, Variant Dash won. Okay. Yeah. Valkyrie just does what it does best. It wins. Alright, you just saw the battles, and I have to say, this really did benefit it as a proper upgrade should. For one, I think it's just a lot less recoily. The design is smoother, but at the same time, it's still rugged, so I was able to stay in the stadium more often, and I think it even benefited to its stamina quite a bit. So this is definitely an upgrade you should do. I would highly recommend it if you have access to a 3D printer. Again, if you don't, you can always use a service like Shapeways and 3D Hubs. There's plenty of services out there that will do it for a reasonable price, but I would highly recommend it. There's really not much work you have to do besides printing it out or get it printed, because it's already ready to go. So again, big thank you and shout out to Crazy Aries for making this possible, and just stay tuned for more 3D printing videos on the way, of course. Anyway, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.